I was in the sales office on the 49th floor of the New York Marriott Marquis. I had a cubicle that actually faced the water, so I'm looking at the Hudson.
It was a really cold day. I believe the high that day was 19 degrees, something like that.
It was, a very standard takeoff.
Until just a couple seconds into the flight, I had picked up my book. I was ready to read, and
you could see it just for a split second, the motion of something being sucked into the engine.
There was a boom.
Bang.
Some sort of sound.
I knew instantly that there was something wrong.
This is Cactus 1539. Hit birds through lost thrust on both engines returning back towards LaGuardia.
I was kind of absent-minded in watching this plane coming down and descending that quickly.
We may end up in the Hudson.
And the buildings, the way that they cut out, it's almost as if I saw snapshots. It crossed one building and the plane was out of sight.
I heard Captain Sullenberger say,
"This is the captain."
Brace for impact.
I'm sorry, say again, Cactus?
And Mark just held my hand.
I think he said he was going in the Hudson.
Then we hit the river, bounced once, and came to rest, and people started rushing up the aisles.
Take one.
Do you remember the stepping into the raft and stepping out of the door into the raft?
I do believe that I had some help getting out of the plane into the raft.
Well, you hesitated at the door, so I had to help you across the threshold for the good of the rest of the passengers.
After we came down and bounced and everything stopped, then all hell broke loose, because then everybody started surging up. Like there was people behind you, go, 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 exploding up because the water in the back of the plane was up to here on them. I stepped on the wing, and I always say, just jump like I jump into a swimming pool.
I saw this rather large individual freestyling towards Manhattan. I thought to myself, that's a long swim to get to Manhattan. And I started waving at him. And as I waved, I didn't know if he was going to see me or not. He turns, he looks at me, and he goes, "Yeah, what is it?" I said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I'm swimming to Manhattan." I said, "You're probably not going to make it. Come on, swim this way." I'd never seen anybody, probably in 15 years, since my time in the military, who looked as close to death as you did, Pam. And I didn't think it could get any worse until I saw you, Steve, who'd been in the water longer.
We swam to the raft, and I remember thinking, they're not going to let me in, that it's going to be too crowded, that, oh my God, I could already see this raft kind of full of people.
And she said, "Is there room in the raft?" And I started laughing. I remember this day. I started laughing, and then I said, "Well, by golly, we'll make room."
I remember a hand coming down. Is your ring on? Yeah, I remember that.
I recall very specifically holding Steve, who is 6'4", and he was wearing a blue shirt, and I was literally holding him like a baby, and he said, "Is this a dream? This has to be a dream." And I said, "No, it's okay. It's going to be okay." And I just held him, and I didn't know him from anybody.
You see a plane go down in front of you, and it's ingrained in us to do whatever we can.
So I was transported to the New York Marriott Marquis in Times Square.
We immediately went into action, put rooms aside, having no idea if any passengers would show up or if the entire plane was going to show up and what this meant.
I was very concerned about, one, staying away from press, but two, I felt completely disheveled. They were able to bring me into private entrance that I guess was for staff. I got to the room, and there was a bag that had been left, and in the bag there was some clothing, there was a hairbrush, there was some cosmetics, and there was a yellow tube of mascara.
I was actually the one who bought you the mascara.
Oh, well, thank you.
Of course.
It made me feel human again.
Yeah.
It made me feel a little normal again. Good. It was just such a relief to be able to say, I'm here, I've arrived, and know that I was going to be taken care of.
I find the further we get away from it, the easier it is to forget about what a near thing it was.
There's not a day that goes by that I don't think about 1549 and what could have been a disastrous outcome.
you know, you're thrown into this situation. We obviously shared a very strong moment together.
We have a very strong bond. We know that we're there for one another. We just really connect.
You know, when I was asked, who do you stay in touch with? Who are your friends? This is it.
There's a connection between people who touched each other, a physical touch, because it highlights the humanity and how people helped one another that day. We spend a lifetime trying to look for evidence that miracles still occur. That stays with me every day.